Thinking about death, I don't want to be too dramatic about it, but there's a specific feeling I noticed in my life when I was making the commute to work. It was kind of emptiness, cruising down the road, and there's like nothing going on, and I don't have anything. It's like I'm nothing, I'm a nothing going through the world, driving along, wondering why I exist. Not feeling connected to anything, not feeling like, I don't know what I feel like. It's a blankness, and it worries me. I'm like, what if I'm absolutely nothing? Now, this is just something I feel basically while I'm driving to work, and nothing's going on. Literally, I'm just got my hands on the wheel and contemplating my life, but obviously I'm extending that moment out here on the web so everybody in the world can see it. It's not what I think it is. It's part of the evolution of my soul to integrate all these different fragmentary states of awareness. I'm fortunate that that's actually one of the darkest ones. I just want to sit down and grasp it, because I think part of the reason I don't feel connected to anything is because I don't feel my life is important. I've thought about having a website or something, and I'm like, well, what should be my focus? And I'm not going to have a focus here starting out. I'm just going to put every damn thing I feel like on my YouTube channel and watch myself talking about it so I can develop a persona or get rid of a persona. I could either say I'm deciding how I want to be, or I could just say that I'm deciding that none of it matters. Because I don't really know where this is going to wind up. I just know that the nebulous clouds of thought and sense of possibility of life are coming together. Not only am I 50 years old, but our political system seems to be having a major crisis of faith. The future really seems to be in doubt. I was a child of the 1970s, and I feel when inflation was very high and Nixon had just been impeached, and it's starting to feel to me the way the country is starting to feel to me a way it hasn't felt since I was a kid, that we're not going to get anything out of the future, and we're just going to go on with this silliness. So hopefully there'll be something else, another Ronald Reagan or something, or maybe a Democrat Ronald Reagan, in the sense of an inspiring figure. Who knows? It's interesting because obviously I'm interested in shamanism and near-death experiences, and I'm talking about all these Republicans in sympathetic terms, and there are a lot of people who just want to have me killed just for saying we need another Ronald Reagan. And that's part of my journey, is to understand the difference between a figurehead, between a public figure and the emotional response that they bring about, and the nuts and bolts of daily life, the actual numbers that people crunch, the issues that they face in their lives. What is the difference between those? And that brings me back to the issue of divine love. If I want to express divine love, how confrontational do I need to be? Saying this or that government policy isn't divine love. So there's no roadmap to that. There's just a lot of really shallow slogans, it seems sometimes, that we just have spiritual teachers telling us about choice. I don't know where it's going, and I don't know why I'm in the midst of this conflict, why I have these choices. But I'm developing the skills to navigate those choices in accord with divine love. It's not an abstraction, is it? You know, I read books about divine love and I do meditations. And then that's kind of an interior space where I think about that and try to experience it. But then, like, how does that relate to what I do for a living? How does that relate to the world? How does that relate to the way I react to things I see on the web? So I'm definitely moving toward divine love, and this is definitely an important question I don't have an answer to this morning yet.